Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting edition of Psychic Sundays Live with your host, the Queen of Ooga Booga, Psychic Sally Diane.
Hi, everybody. It's great to be here. As you all know, I look forward to this hour every week. It is my favorite way to start the week, and I hope it's your favorite way to start the week, too. So how was your week?
Keep them entertained while I get going here.
Okay. Always I keep them entertained. And this week we have some unboxings. Now, the producer got a gift, but he was so impatient that he opened it ahead of time, and he got a mug.
Why don't you tell them what it says?
And the mug says, producer, someone who... Okay, just a second. Someone who does precision guesswork based on unreliable data provided by a host of questionable knowledge. See also wizard, magician. Well, yeah, I agree with that. And he is a magician and he is a wizard. And thank you so much to our royalty from Georgia for this thoughtful gift for the producer. He loves it. But your queen, I am getting so spoiled. Last week, the royal family from Georgia sent me this beautiful pendant with a crown and a scepter. And trust me, your queen has wanted a scepter for so very long. I have use for it. And this week, I got one more gift from Georgia. And I have been looking at this for days, just waiting for tonight so I could open it up, because I recognize the box. I know what this is. It's my favorite. So let me just open it up. I know it's a crown. I just don't know what kind of a crown. Ooh, oh, a pretty crown. A tiara. Oh, folks, look at this one. Is that not gorgeous? Oh, I will wear it next week. It's beautiful, and it's big enough for a queen, too. And that was very thoughtful of them. They do know that since I've broken my shoulder, I haven't been able to wear some of my nicer crowns because I can't get my one arm up. It's getting better, though. Anyhow, that was that. Thank you so much. I love it. I love it.
Thank you for the mug. It's awesome. I'll be drinking lots of tea from that. But we have questions. We have people here. Hello, Joshua, Mary Ann, Cheryl's here, Amanda's here, Haunting Live is here, Lashika.
Nice.
Michelle, look at that. We got all these newbies here. Welcome, newbies.
Welcome.
Give us a like, give us a thumbs up there, and let's get on with the show.
Yes. Remember to subscribe and tell all your friends as well. So
All right. Lashika wants a general reading.
Lashika gets a general reading, and I am going to use the Medieval Scapini deck. That's one of my favorites. I've had it for 30 years now. So they're like old friends. I'll tell you, the first card that showed itself to me might not have been so nice, Lashika. I think you might be dealing with some challenges. And you might be dealing with some challenges that feel bigger than yourself. And you know what you have to do about that? You got to stand up to it. You really do. You got to be the mouse that roared. Don't take anybody's crap. And don't believe everything that somebody tells you either. So let's see what this week is like. Oh, it was just a general reading for Lashika, wasn't it? So let's see. Okay.
Yes, it was.
All right, so you have a week filled with potential, but it's a follow-through where it fails. You've got the King of Coins reversed here, and the card that showed itself to me was the Devil. So I think it was trying to tell me something about him. There's somebody that you need to call. What's the phrase I'm looking for? You need to call somebody out on their you-know-what, their bullpucky. Don't accept something that you think is less than honest, because this is a kind of week that, first off, should end on a romantic note. And it's also a week where, even though you don't see it or you don't realize it, this is a week where you can put the wheels in motion to get the things that you want from life, because even though it's reversed, it shows up on a very positive side of the reading. This 9 of coins, this 9 of cups, the wish card, if you will. So overall, you'll have a good week, but you really got to stand up for yourself and maybe be even more assertive than you usually are. Okay, good luck to you. Thank you for tuning in.
Joshua wants to know who is going to be the forever guy.
Who's going to be the forever guy?
Yeah, not the Minuteman.
Well, it's nothing is forever. Life isn't forever. So the forever guy is kind of a misnomer anyway. But I understand what you're saying. We all want somebody in our life that we can count on to be there today and tomorrow and through good times and bad. And we all deserve that as well, including you, Jessica. So I'm going to cut the cards into 3 piles and just take a look at what the horizon holds for you love-wise. Okay. Dead center, you've got the King of Swords, and that bothers me a little bit because I think that you're focusing in on the wrong guy, and that's where your frustration comes in. Because dead center, you've got the King of Swords, but he's reversed, and the King of Swords reversed isn't necessarily a good guy. He's intelligent and he's manipulative, and he's somebody who can. There's a phrase, sell ice to Eskimos, and this guy fits that bill right now. This is a guy who's, your sights are on. So whoever it is that you're really focusing on, you're focusing in on the wrong one. Okay? What I do see in your life in the positive things, and they just seem to be just a little out of focus, like just in your periphery, there is a possibility for a new beginning here. Even though you don't seem to be interested in a new beginning, maybe you should start thinking about a new beginning, because there's somebody close to you who's very sweet, maybe a little softer, maybe a little gentler than you're used to. But this is somebody who's intelligent and thoughtful and kind. There's somebody around you who would make a good husband, a good father, and a good forever kind of person, because he's got the capability to understand how other people feel, to empathize. He's got empathy. I like him a lot better than the guy I see dead center, the guy that's right in the front of your vision. Maybe it's time for you to start thinking about your options here. Anyhow, that's what I see for love in you and the horizon. You've got a lot of choices that you can make.
Well, that was a reading for Joshua. Next, we have Amanda, who would like a general reading.
Well, hi, Amanda. I think I'm going to change cards here. I'll take my Pamela Coleman Smith deck. And this is a Centennial deck that has bonus cards. I love getting the bonus cards. Okay, and the question again, darling?
A general reading.
Just general reading for Amanda.
For Amanda.
Okay. So. Right in the center, you've got the Hermit. So this is a good time for you to be kind of looking inside and focusing on what you want in your goals. And there is this idea of being in a crossroady kind of place, because the Hermit stands on a mountaintop and he's looking over the lands and all that. But for you, it feels more crossroady, like you've got some decisions right in front of you. And this card is telling me that you need to look within and take your own advice and follow your own heart. Maybe it might be indicating that some of the advice that you're getting from people isn't really taking into account what you want, because of course only you know what you want. Amanda, take the direction you want to take, even if you think it's ill-advised. Take it, take it, take it. That's what the Hermit's telling me. And one of the things that works against you is you feel, it's almost like you put up your own obstacles, because to do what you really want to do in this life and to take the path that you really want to take, it's almost like you're putting up your own obstacles. You're worried that it's going to be a mistake. There are no mistakes. Just follow your heart, follow your heart, follow your heart. Got the Knight of Wands, and even though he's turned upside down, he's still on a favorable side, and it's still going in the right direction, which is going forward. Okay, so yeah, follow your heart, follow your heart. Defy logic, defy reason, defy those in front of you, and follow your heart.
That was a reading for Amanda. Next we have Haunting Live, who would like to know what the week has in store.
7 days. Okay, that wasn't funny. That's a dad joke. Ooh. So I'm going to follow the 3 cards that kind of flipped over and flipped out. When I look at the general topic of the week, it looks like there's sort of worry about money, and it feels like future money. It feels like there's it's almost like one of the streams of income around you is starting to dry up, because it looks like you're needing to look forward as a way to increase financially, go from 5 to 6, if you will. I'm 5 to 7, if you will. And I do believe that if you put your focus right, you can achieve that, even though it feels like it feels like the week starts out with an awful lot of money worries, is what I'm trying to say. But when I look at the end of it, it ends up with the 10 of Cups. So the end of the week is going to be a lot more pleasant than the beginning of the week. I think that when you look at like Monday through even up to Thursday, you're going to be thinking about money, worrying about it, what's going to happen next, what about our what about our streams of income and stuff like that, because it feels like you're really looking hard at the budget and a little anxious about it. But when you get to the weekend, when you get to Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you got the 10 of Cups. So something comes through. Something comes through in a very good way at the end of the week. So good luck to you. It's nice to hear from you.
Alrighty, that was for Haunting Live. Next we have Tanya, who would like a general reading.
Okay, Tanya. And I'm going to use the Pamela Coleman Smith one more time, and then I'm going to move over to the Lenormand deck. So, general reading for Tanya. Okay, so dead center, you've got the Page of Wands. And you've got kids, don't you? Because it reads as a young person, but it reads as a young person that you're going to have to really assert yourself and really win a stubbornness battle as far as getting this young man to do what they're supposed to be doing, to do their chores. And it's always this, oh, it's too much, it's too big, I can't do it. And the truth of the matter is everybody else is doing it. So don't let them bargain, don't let them negotiate. You're really going to have to be stubborn on this. So I do see a battle of the wills coming in front of you, and I also see it as a battle that you can win. It's just a kid after all. Okay, so thank you, Tanya, for tuning in.
Wow, that was so quick I missed it. Next we have Wicked Fairy.
Ooh.
Is the Taurus man serious about moving here to my town? And if so, when? How long should I wait for a bull?
Well, this is the year of the ox.
I said bull.
Okay. And I am moving over to the Lenormand deck, and I've had some people asking me about this deck this week. I really enjoy this deck. It's called the Maybe Lenormand, and it's by Ryan Edmonds, and I just got it off of Amazon. There's another tarot reader. It's called the Spirit Guide Tarot, I think. Anyhow, she uses the Lenormand deck, and I like this particular one because it has 52 cards. So you have all 52 cards of the playing cards plus the Lenormand symbology. So that's why I like it. So, and we are looking at Wicked
Fairy and her Taurus man.
Wicked Fairy and her Taurus man. Okay, so the card that came, oh, she can see it better here. The card that came flying out, and I'm going to look at this individually, is a crane. And the crane next to the Queen of Hearts. So what I see here is that it looks between this particular week, you're lucky in love. So you do have a lucky turn coming this week. Oh, wait a second. That's not how I do it. He's serious enough. He has the potential to be a very loyal partner. You've got to be careful, though, because you cannot let your insecurity show. You cannot let jealousy show with this one. This one just doesn't take kindly to those sort of things. He's pretty opinionated, but it looks like you've won the key to his heart here. And you do have luck on your side. And it does show him taking a journey. So, yeah, I think he is serious. Don't let insecurity show.
Well, that was for Wicked Fairy. And next we have Cheryl, who's looking for a message.
Okay, so Cheryl is looking for a message. Yeah, I think Cheryl's had somebody who's around her who's passed, like not like yesterday, but in the not too distant past. Somebody's passed away this year, and I just say that because when I close my eyes and reach out there, I'm just getting a vision of for lack of a better way to describe it, the meadow that's within the pearly gates. Basically, the scene that I would imagine is the first thing you see in the afterlife. You have somebody who's new to the afterlife, who's reaching out with a message of love and condolences. This is somebody who's sorry that they passed. So you might have somebody who thinks they died young. Okay, so let's see what other messages we have using the Lenormand. I'm just going to pull up 3 of them. Yeah. The message here is quit beating yourself up over things that aren't really your responsibility. It feels like you're, to quote an old song, paying for a debt you don't owe. So it feels like you're beating yourself up. You're carrying a lot of guilt that you shouldn't be carrying, because the message is to stand tall and stand proud. So whatever you think you did wrong, girl, you didn't. You didn't. Your ancestors want you to put up your head up and be the proud, awesome person you are.
Well, that was for Cheryl. Next we have Tashelle, who's looking for a general reading for the week.
Okay, so general reading for Tashelle, and after this I think I'll switch over to the runes. Maybe one more with the Lenormand. I like the Lenormand. So Tashelle wants to know about this week. I can certainly tell her about this week. Just throw some down real quick here. That's cute. Well, you have an interesting week coming up. You're going to get a piece of information that's kind of surprising to you. Because I thought you were already in a relationship, but it looks like this week is, again with the old song reference, torn between two lovers, because I see two men around you, and one you feel attached to, but the other one is somebody who's coming into your life, and it feels like the one you're attached to is already there, but he comes with some baggage. And then you've got this new one coming in, and he just seems to be a breath of fresh air. And I don't know whether it's a good idea or a bad idea for you to be flirting with somebody else, but it's there. And it looks like you might be given a choice this week. If nothing else, it will feed your ego. So have a good week, Darshell.
Well, let's talk to them about Haunting Live, October 29th and 30th at the Queen's Inn in Stratford, where we're going to get really, really spooky.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's Halloween weekend, of course, and it is the Queens. It's about the ghosts of the Queens. So on Friday night, Friday, October 29th, we're going to give you a really nice dinner at the Queens. That's how it starts out, breaking bread together, and then we're going to have speeches. I will be giving a speech on the ghosts of the Queens. Our friends from Haunting Live podcast will be talking about their experiences as paranormal investigators. And then we have a very special guest speaker from the Ghosts of Dufferin County and beyond is Mary Ann Kennedy, and she will be talking about her experiences as a medium. On Friday night, after the speeches, we're all going to go upstairs, and those who are staying at the Queen's Inn will be able to participate in a pajama party where Chris from Haunting Live podcast and myself will be doing mini readings for you guys in our pajamas. Isn't that fun? A pajama party. Then on Saturday morning, we're going to start out the day with a workshop on mediumship. Of course, we'll start out the day with coffee and sweets. You know, that's the way everybody starts out the day. But then at 9 o'clock, we're going to start out with the workshop by Mary Ann Kennedy on mediumship, followed by a workshop on getting to know your angels with Chris from Haunting Live, and then finally a workshop on how to read playing cards by yours truly, the Queen of Ooga Booga. Your lunch will, you can have lunch at the Queen's, or you can go to one of the many fine restaurants in Stratford. Same for dinner. And then that night we're going to do a walkthrough and some of the more haunted rooms, investigating them and telling you more about the ghosts. And then finally the night ends with a seance, chaired by your queen and moderated by the producer. So if anybody becomes overwhelmed, he'll help you get out of the circle.
I'm the bouncer.
He's the bouncer. And we'll try and get in touch with some of the spirits, some of the ghosts of the Queen, see if they're willing to talk to us. And so that is $140, and you can buy your tickets at the Haunting Live podcast website. Or you can send an email to the queenofoogabooga@gmail.com, and I will send you a link on where you can buy your tickets. The accommodations at the Queen's are not included, but the Queen's has set aside a very nice block of rooms for us, and most of the rooms will accommodate 3 to 4 people, so you can share the expense there. I hope you will all come. It'll be a lot of fun. We're really looking forward to it. And if you don't mind, I can segue to something that my producer and I are looking forward to. Is we're going to be doing a collaboration with Tarot by Lavina. And that would be with Carrie, and she's from Massachusetts, so it's an international collaboration. I've watched her for a while. She's a very sensitive reader. I think she's amazing, and I can't wait to do the collaboration and ask her all kinds of questions. We talked for a while on the phone, and the producer finally had to stop us because we were just chatting back and forth and telling each other all sort of things that we should be telling in an interview. Anyhow, we will be taping that on Thursday and putting it up over the weekend. So I hope you'll all be watching this spot for it. And if you have any questions you'd like me to ask Carrie, just send me an email, queenofoogabooga@gmail.com. Now, I know a lot of you are waiting for a reading, so let's get back to it.
Of course, let's get back to it. Virgo Queen has had a false pregnancy test, and she's wondering if she is still getting pregnant with twins. I need to speak slower.
You know something? My mother used to have a phrase that says, "A watched pot will never boil." And you should throw away those pregnancy tests and tell yourself that you're not going to check for 3 months. Even if you miss a period, don't check for 3 months, just so you're not watching. Because I think you're getting too tensed up about it.
So tense that the eggs are scared.
And don't laugh, that happens. Yeah. The first thing to say is that's the situation. You've got change coming up fast. And trust me, pregnancy is a big change. And you don't have to take tests anyhow. You'll know because you'll start throwing up in the morning. That's when you're pregnant, because you're going to have morning sickness. Yeah, it's not going to take you long at all. You've got the ox right here, so I know it's going to happen in the year of the ox, which we're in right now. And you have Fehu, which is wheat, which talks about fertility. It's one of the fertility runes. And this one, Awaz, which tells me that this is a rune of the hunter, so it says that things you seek, life will give you, and it's dead center. And when you look up here, the one you have here is Gebu, which is serendipity. It's also gift, and it's not lost on me. It's actually kind of got 2 legs to it. 1, 2, to form the X, and right next to it, yeah. Don't worry, you're still on track. You're just making yourself a little too nervous. Don't worry, you'll know you're pregnant. Trust me, every morning. Yeah. It still looks like it's going to be twins, but you may have had an early something there, because there was something there. There's change. It's coming still. B is for baby. You got another fertility rune. Let's see if you got Pertho. You've got success and joy, things moving fast, 2 gifts of love. Yeah, you're still on track. You're just making yourself crazy. And that's a Virgo thing. I know I'm a Virgo myself. I understand 1,000%.
Okay, then. Who's next here? Mary Ann would like a general reading, please.
Okay, so I'm going to continue with the runes, just because I can. Okay, so general reading. When I look at the now, it's telling me that right now you're making plans for the future. You're doing things whether it's budgeting or setting up. Well, of course, it's tax time, so you're probably working on your RSPs and stuff like that. But it feels like you're doing the right things right now as far as the things that you're doing toward planning toward your future. Because it's kind of like it starts out planning for the future harvest right here. Now, over here, I have Manas, which talks. It's a couples rune. It talks about having a relationship that's good for both people involved, which is the best kind. And I see that aspect around you right now. And there's also one called Pertho, which is sometimes called Dice Cup, and it's also associated with the womb. So there's that. It does feel like this is a fertile time for you, and if you're thinking about getting pregnant, it looks like that's something that could happen. Just take it. Yeah. So you've got Gebu up here. So in the long run, this year, if you were going to pick up your head and look a few months up the road, you are going to feel very blessed. So your life is taking a more fortunate turn, but it's not by accident, because it starts out saying that the rewards that you receive over the next 12 months is because of the planning that you've done over the past couple of years. Yeah. when I look at this, it's kind of like the things that you've done right in the past are going to lead to your success. Okay. So good for you.
All right. Lashika, full readings are done in private. Please contact Sally at the email address on the screen.
And I do readings online, and I'm happy to do them for you. Send me an email, and we can schedule something.
Selena wants to know about whether her friend is going to go to hospital or jail because of her bad decisions.
Ooh. And I'm pulling out, well, these are playing cards. It's actually called Playing Card Oracle, but it's just a fancy deck of playing cards. They're very pretty. And Selena's friend. It's hard when we have friends that worry us so much. Ooh, there's the black one. Oh. Well, you're definitely right that she's made some bad decisions. And the thing that worries me about her is it feels like she's not done making bad decisions. Like when I put down the cards, when you get all black cards, that tells me that I'm looking at somebody who's in kind of a negative space in their life. And she's still, it's almost like she's a woman that thinks like a child. It's kind of like the world looks at her and expects her to think like an adult and be responsible as an adult. And she still has a lot of adolescence to her attitude. Like when somebody says you can't stay out until 3 a.m. partying and go to work the next day, she thinks, well, you're just trying to spoil my fun. Instead of, you're going to get into trouble, you're going to get, yeah. I worry about your friend as much as you do. Just because it's kind of like she just hasn't hit rock bottom yet. She hasn't hit the point where she's actually going to face her problems. And you say jail or hospital, it could well be both. And I'm really sorry to be that negative, and those who watch me know that I'm not usually a negative person, but I know what I'm looking at here, and I worry about your friend too. The one key that I do see here is this idea of hitting rock bottom. And this might not be the right time. And you feel mean telling your friends no. And you feel mean doing the tough love thing. But your friend is somebody who really needs the tough love. Because the thing she's doing is not understandable. And it's not okay.
Well, that was for Selena and her friend. Next we have Taylor, who'd like a general reading.
Yes. Now,
I don't think life will get back to you if there's time.
Yes. And Selena, I hate to, because we were looking at your friends, and I wanted to just take one look at you, and while I was thinking, wow, I wish I had taken a look at Selena too, this card flipped out. So this is a card strictly for you and who you are. And the one that came out is the Knave or the Jack of Hearts. And so this is somebody who does have a great deal of empathy and does have a great deal of love. And anybody would be lucky to have you as a friend. Okay.
All right. Next we have a general reading for Taylor.
Hi, Taylor. And I'd really appreciate it if everybody would remember to give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and tell all your friends. We'd like to get a lot of likes and subscribers.
Well, we have a lot of new guys here right now, a lot of new people. Glad to see you. Nice to see you if you're here for the first time.
So we're doing a general...
General for Taylor.
Okay. Okay, so starting out, so you are between earth and water. So that tells me that we might, it feels like things are a little muddy in the area of relationships. So you might have like a few things that are just starting and just new because it just doesn't feel like they're fully formed yet. Even though you yourself come out as this really lovely jack of clubs, and he's got his chest out and everything. And so you, as far as yourself and what you're doing, you're getting your own personal victories, and it does feel like there's opportunities opening up for you. And so, because this pride in oneself feels very well earned. And I do see opportunities coming your way. And you have to remember, if an opportunity is put directly in front of you, it's yours. You didn't take that from anybody. And don't feel bad if you're offered a job that you're only 70 or 80% qualified for. You're fine. That's good enough. And I do see doors opening for you there. Now get back to the LOVE. Love-wise, I think there's somebody around you who wants to get a little bit more serious, and you haven't made up your mind there. And that's still your choice, and the ball's still in your court. If it means anything, he is sincere, but it does feel like he's kind of 2 steps ahead of you on the road to commitment. So it might be a good idea for you to tell him, just be patient, don't rush me, kind of thing. But excellent career opportunities coming up for you over the next little while. Good on you. All right.
Well, that was a reading for Taylor. Next we have Wise Empress, who would like a love rating. Love.
Yes. Eeny, meeny.
Miny runes.
Yep.
All right.
We're going to get out the Pamela Coleman Smith deck. See if we get any of the bonus cards in your reading. Okay. So, and this is for love.
Yes, for Wise Empress.
For the Wise Empress. Well, the first card that shows up is... Pardon?
Push it up.
Oh, yeah.
Just that one.
The first card that shows up is a Hierophant, which is sometimes called the Pope. And that's about... This is telling me that you are on the road toward marriage. Which I think that's a good stop along the way on the road of love. There's this old this old saying, be careful what you wish for, because you might just get it. I think that you're on the road to love and commitment, and it's funny because I think it's what you asked for, but now that you're getting it, you're a little scared. You're thinking that maybe it's not what you want after all. Yeah. You love-wise, you are on the road to commitment. I don't see anything wrong here other than your own feelings. So if you're getting cold feet because you think that this person is not who you think they are, I don't think that that's necessarily true. Yeah, I would say you've got somebody that will stand beside you no matter what. It just feels like maybe you're not sure about your own feelings or whether this is something that you really want. And I would say love-wise, that's something you're going to need to sort out. But if you want to, if you want a marriage and the potential for a happy life, it's right in front of you. You know, it's kind of like quit doubting yourself. So when I see this Five of Swords, I really see that as what you're doing to yourself. You know, like something good happens to you, and you're like, well, I'm not worthy. But it's a lot better than you give yourself credit for.
Okay, well, that was uplifting.
I know. I'm just being a ray of sunshine tonight. I got to tell you what I see in the cards. I want you all to have a good life. I want everybody to be happy.
Everybody's happy.
Good.
Yeah.
That
Tripping on sunshine. 222 would like to know about a house she looked at yesterday.
Ooh.
Is this the house? Or does she keep looking?
Okay, 222's house.
Ooh, what we got there?
Okay, it starts out with the 9 of Wands, and you said, is this the house or should I keep looking? And there's a little bit of exhaustion in that question, should I keep looking? And it does feel like this is a time for you to continue on with the battle just a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. You'll find the right one within a 7, and it will serve. It looks like you're not the only one involved here because there's this duality. And it's like you'll find one that's right for both of you. Yeah, what he's looking at is the idea of value for the money. It's not that you can't afford the house. It's that in order to make the house what you need it to be, you would have to put a lot more money into it. So I think that the one that you looked at, you're in love with it, but it's not in love with you. Keep looking.
Okay, well, that was straightforward. Who is next? Halo Empress.
I love all the royalty I'm getting.
Yes. Let's see, where's there actually a question attached with that one? Okay, all right. No. Okay, well, Halo, you should have put a question down. Wicket.
Okay, so...
I'm looking for the next question.
Okay, and I'm just going to throw some cards on the Halo Empress and hope the cards tell me what you need to hear.
What? What are we doing?
I'm just throwing some cards on Halo.
No, we got a lot of other people that are waiting for answers. They actually asked a question.
Okay, so...
Suzanne's here. She has 2 pieces of jewelry that represent her son. And she can't find them. And she wants a general reading, too.
Okay, as far as 2 pieces of jewelry, there's a bit of mischief around that. Because I tried to beat in on it, kind of got like this little giggle, and it makes me wonder if they weren't hidden on you. Just saying. And then general reading for Suzanne. Ooh, you got one of the bonus cards. You know something? The world's your oyster right now. And it says that right now you've got the world, which is a really good card. It's a card of achievement. But it's kind of like, once you climb the top of the mountain, what do you do next? Positively aspected, which answers the question of what to do next. It turns around to work. So the next thing that starts to break free for you is work. And so you get it. The thing with the 8 of coins, it's about the apprentice becoming the master. It's about getting to that next level. So there is a pathway ahead for you. And so look for, and there's this feeling of clarity there. I feel almost like fog lifting. So look for your direction, the potential direction for growth to open up in front of you in the not too distant future. When I look what's negative, you've got one of the bonus cards, and it's the one that I call misdirection. And it feels like you're not being told the whole truth. It feels like, and it's not out, there's not viciousness out of it at all. It's almost like some pieces of information are being kept from you for your own good kind of thing. And I don't know whether whether it's actually for your own good, but you do need to know that you're not being given the whole story. So before you act on something, make sure you double check all the facts, because your reliable sources of information aren't necessarily reliable.
No, you don't say. Just like in the world of non-amateurs that we live in.
Yes.
Non-experts.
That's one.
What? What did I say? I don't even know what I said.
Well, I forgot now too.
I'm in trouble.
I got so got so enamored with swinging my scepter around.
All right,
Love my scepter.
Scepters, magic wands, all kinds of things that hurt. Chris would like to know about the 16th and getting their shots.
Jabs on the 16th. Jabs on the 16th for Chris. Ooh. Someone's going to be a crybaby about it.
Oh.
Sorry. Yeah, it's going to be all right. They're going to be sore. You're going to feel like somebody punched you in the arm, but hard. But you'll get your jabs. And it'll keep you from getting sick.
Alrighty then.
Yeah. It's all good.
Soraya would like to know about positive changes coming her way.
Okay. So, Soraya, the road ahead. And I'm going to switch it up and go to the leaner mod.
Woo!
Yeah, well, they're smaller and woo. I'm just going to set that one aside.
What is it?
It's the tower.
The tower.
And
Crash.
well, that's in the tarot. And the leaner mod, the tower is more saying look to the government, look to the bigger institutions to help you out. And it does feel like there's some big institution kind of things around that can help you out. I'm wondering, it's funny because I just get this feeling of mortgages and home ownership for some reason. Let's see what else the Lenormand has to say. I'll just put down a couple rows here. Of course there aren't. Yeah, this is, well, you wanted to know about positive things, and this seems to be a pretty positive reading. Okay, except for these two. These two right here. So we're going to deal with this right now, is that overall things are good for you. But you are going to have to deal with an illness in the family. And this is a serious illness. There's a lot of concern here. So it's not really about you, but it's about somebody close to you. Okay, so, life is never perfect. So that's what's the downside. What the upside of it is, though, is that things are going, no wonder you feel like you've got positive changes, because you're inside, your self-confidence is an all-time high, and you feel like you're doing a good job. And the best part of it is that the people you work for feel like you're doing a good job as well. So look for some progress work-wise. It feels like there might even be a move there where you're going to a different office or a different department. But it does feel like this feels a little unexpected, that there's just something that's a little different than what you would have expected to be offered to you. And I know you're sitting there thinking, but what about these two? What about these two? Okay, I'll get into these two. You got the book, and the book's a really positive card. It's almost like the world in the tarot. It means that you basically have the things that you want. And what you want is you want to have a good career, but you are ready for marriage and commitment. And there's the ring right there. And that would lead us back to where the institution is. So I'm sorry about this. Congratulations on the going forward in a job, and congratulations on the wedding.
Woohoo! Here comes the... Sonia would like to know. Nope, missed somebody here. Patricia would like to move to Vancouver, but when?
Okay.
Then we'll get to Sonia and Tabitha and...
Okay. So who wants to
Virgo
move?
Queen, just enjoy getting pregnant. Jeez.
I know it's hard for Virgos. People just don't understand. We're the professional warriors. It's just the way we are. But he is right. Just relax.
Put your feet up.
Life is good. Enjoy the goodness that is you.
No, it helps with contraception. Yeah. Did I get that one right?
Okay. Do I need to pick up the scepter? Okay, now who are we looking at?
Patricia.
Patricia. And what are we looking at for Patricia?
She wants to know whether she's going to Vancouver.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. I knew she was being specific on me. Okay. Specific about going to the Pacific. Huh. Well. Well. Okay. Timing, summer. The summer, we're probably looking at August. So I'm getting a real summery look here. Right now, one of the things that you're dealing with, and I don't know whether you're aware of it, you've got somebody around you who's in your inner circle. It just feels like this is somebody who has your inner ear. Basically what it's telling me is somebody who's presenting themselves as a friend isn't really a friend. And you're kind of starting to suspect it, but you don't want to see it. Yeah. You got a fox in the hen house. You got somebody who's working to undermine you, and there's a little bit of jealousy there too. But overall, you and this feeling that you're at a crossroads. You're ready for a change. You're ready for a more bohemian lifestyle. And just everything about Vancouver, you must really love it. But it looks like the way it is right there in front of you, you'll be able to do it. It's giving me around August in the summer here. Yeah, this is a good time for you to start thinking about things about the ABCs of moving to Vancouver, like where you're going to live and where you're going to work. This is a good time to work out those details. And like I said, beware of false friends. Okay, but good luck to you.
Okay.
I hear Vancouver's beautiful in the fall.
Yes, Virgo Queen, I know that you're curious and very eager to know when you're going to be pregnant. And
Relax.
And trust me, so are all of us at this point.
Oh, we have popcorn. We're waiting.
Popcorn.
Hey.
I have a calendar ready with a golden marker next to it.
Yeah.
So, Sonia, family drama, is it going to end? Unfortunately, no, never. It just doesn't. It just doesn't.
Well, we'll look. But family drama.
People spend decades in therapy over this.
And your therapist, Lake House, says thank you. Oh. Okay, so you ask about the family drama. No, it's strange because within the family there's this dynamic, and it's between the Queen of Spades and this bear. And so I think it's a man and a woman, and they're constantly at odds. and the bear is outgunned here. So the crux of the drama, and of course it kind of spills over into everybody else's life. So there's little conflicts here and little conflicts there. But the center conflict, the epicenter, the cause of all the stress, the cause of all the getting people going so they start fighting, is the tension that lies between this woman and this man. And the man he shows up as a bear, and he thinks he's all big and powerful, and the woman runs circles around him. The woman is constantly tripping the bear up. So it's really a shattering and quite toxic relationship. I think that your best bet is to get as far away from this particular piece of toxic this toxic relationship that exists within your family, and protect your children from it a bit. Because that's being held up as the key. The key to stopping it is generational, that you can't let the children be impacted by this poison. Okay,
well, that's some awesome advice and good news there. The drama can continue, but can be ended. There is an end in sight.
Yeah, you just have to realize what the cause is.
Well, yeah. What is the cause?
The cause is there's a toxic relationship.
Oh, yeah, we got through that already. Anyhow.
Yeah.
So, before we get on to our last question, will be Tabitha. I just want to let everybody know that if you would like a private reading, please send an email to Sally at the address not on the screen. Hang on a second. There we go. On the address on the screen, Sally's available for Skype readings of various sorts.
And I just cleared my calendar on Friday, so I have a pile of appointments available on Friday.
Ooh, Friday.
Yes.
Okay. And let's see, who we got next here? Oh, Lady Lilith. Okay, we'll get to you, lady. Next we got Tabitha, who would like to know about Ken. What does Ken feel? Here we go with that again.
The key. Well, yeah, you're basically going down a path of self-destructive self-doubt by worrying about what somebody feels. Guys are scared to tell you what they actually feel, but he looks at you and the key comes up. So he does feel like you fit into his future plans.
Gets out a shot.
He does feel like you fit into his future plans in a good way, in a positive way. He sees you as somebody who could enrich his life. All good things. Okay, so Ken's had some poison relationships before, and he's still kind of licking his wounds about that. So I think that's why you're having a hard time getting anything out of him, even though your spidey sense is telling you there's something good forming there. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. It says give it a year. It says that within a year he will be looking to give you a ring. Of course, you can screw that up by showing insecurity, because he was hurt. He's coming into this relationship as a wounded animal. So the fact that he sees so much good in you, and that there's so much potential good and good fortune for this relationship over the next year, I would say be confident. And the only thing you have to remember is don't be whatever the last relationship was. Okay. So yeah, Ken likes you all right. He likes you just fine.
All right, Marcy, do we have anybody else besides Lady Lilith?
And while Marcy's looking make sure I got all your questions, I want to tell you about some workshops I have coming up here in Stratford. we have a palm reading workshop coming on May the 15th, and that is at the Queen's Inn, and that is going from 9 in the morning until 5 in the afternoon. Your lunch is included with this class. It's $85. In the morning, we will be looking at the basics of the hands, the lines, the mounds, what the shapes mean, the things to look for, and then in the afternoon, we're going to be working on reading the hands. So at the end of the workshop, you will be able to casually read your hands for your friends and family. And that, like I said, that goes on May 15th, and it's $85. It does include your lunch. The second workshop is the runes, and this one does use this set of runes, the same set of runes that I use in my readings. And it'll come with bag, and it will also come with a book written by me. And these runes are made with a very special clay impregnated with kyanite, which is a really nice crystal that's always clearing away negativity. So these stones remain nice and positive. The cost is $145. It includes your runes, it includes your books. It starts at 9 o'clock in the morning and goes till 5 in the afternoon. That is June 12th, and it does include your lunch. If you're interested in either one of these workshops, please send an email to the queenofoogabooga@gmail.com.
Okay then, let's get on with the last reading of tonight, which goes to Lady Lilith, who would like a general reading.
Okay, and since Lady Lilith is fellow royalty, we will use the deck of Tarot Royalty itself, Miss Pamela Coleman Smith, the little pixie. Let's see what her deck has to say. Okay. And what were we looking at for Lilith? Was that general?
General reading.
All right. All right, don't believe everything you're being told. Flat out, don't believe everything you're being told. In the middle, you've got the Page of Pentacles, but it's reversed. So this tells me that you've gotten some negative information about finances, about your grounding. You might be a little bit worried about what direction your job's going to take. I think that, first off, just you yourself and the job you do and your capabilities, I think you underestimate yourself, which is why you sell yourself short. And one thing that you need to be very aware of is this particular card right here is one that I call misinformation or misguidance. It talks about you not being given all the information that you need. And I would suggest that in the future, no matter what you're told, look into it yourself. Remember to do your homework because you're not being told 100% of the story. And there are opportunities there that you are not seeing because you're not being told everything. So do your own research. Don't believe everything you're told 100%, which I know you don't. But also, whatever gloom and doom is coming down around the news around finances and jobs, know that there is a turnaround there and there is a way forward. You just have to find it. Okay.
Well, that does it for another Sunday night of Psychic Sundays Live with your host, the Queen of Ooga Booga, Psychic Sally Diane, and I am the producer. Do us a favor, everybody, and just tell your friends about us. If you want to hit the like button, if you want to subscribe, that's up to you. You already know how to do that. You don't need us to force you to do that and nag you into doing that. But if you want to do that, go ahead, hit that like button.
It would make me so happy.
Anyhow, any last words, Queen?
Blessings to everybody for the week ahead.
Yeah, okay.